Hey, what is going on, everyone? In today's video, we're going to be going through basically what is on my iPhone as a student. So this is kind of what's on my iPhone Student Edition. I've been seeing a bunch of videos like these online through a lot of tech YouTubers doing them, but I wanted to do one as a student. And what do I kind of use on a daily basis or on a weekly basis for school? So the timestamps for everything and all the apps I talk about will be actually right here. You'll be able to find all the apps that I use right here in timestamps and where I talk about them. There are a bunch of apps, but I'm gonna kind of give a summary of every single app and what I use them for. So to start with, we're actually gonna be talking about my iPhone background. Now you might be asking yourself, Michael, what is this background? This is so weird. This is actually the internals of my phone. Like I told you guys, I love tech. So by putting this as my background, it's just kind of a cool thing that I put. You know, it's nothing crazy. I have something kind of similar to that, like on my iPad in the back. You'll notice that I also have the internals as kind of like a skin. I love having things like these. I don't know, it's just cool and I enjoy it. The first app we're going to talk about is actually Anki. Now Anki, as you guys already know, is a flashcard system software. I like the mobile app because this allows me to do cards on the go. So you could see that I have 12 cards due today. My Waterloo deck I finished for today, and my MCAT deck, that was for when I did the MCAT. I just keep it on my phone now. And when I'm done, all I do is just sync the information and it syncs to the cloud for Anki, you know, so I can access it on my iPad and on my computer. So the next app we're actually going to talk about is something called Mindbody. Now this is what I use for my gym bookings here in Toronto. Right now, since we're in the pandemic, I have to make all the bookings for the gym in advance. So I just go on this app, I make a gym appointment booking for 90 minutes, gym access, and I choose the day simply, and I choose the time that I want to book it for, and I'll have access for 90 minutes. Nothing crazy, this is just what I use to book my gym appointments, and I kind of use it every single day. Now the next app is Notability. Now I use Notability, as you guys know, for note taking, and when I'm actually on the go, I simply just use Notability to access my notes. Again, if I'm in the gym and I want to look at my lecture notes quickly, or if I'm driving and I want to look at anything quickly, I can access it all here on Notability because it's all synced between my iPhone, my tablet, and my computer. Now the next app is actually YouTube, and you guys definitely know what YouTube is. If you're watching this video, then you know that we're on YouTube right now. I love using YouTube, especially when I watch videos. So what I like doing is I create two playlists. One is called a watch soon playlist, which is kind of like a playlist that I use to watch videos where I don't really need to focus, things that I'm just enjoying my time watching. And then I have another playlist called Watch with Focus. Now in this playlist, basically it's informational videos, things that help me learn new things about random concepts, or it's like a documentary or something like that. And this helps me stay organized, so I know that anytime I want to go on YouTube, I can just go into one of these playlists and automatically find a video. Because oftentimes I'll go to YouTube and I'll find a video, be like, okay, I don't have time to watch it now and I want to watch it later. I just put it into one of these playlists. Eventually I end up not watching most of the videos, but you know, sometimes I do actually watch one or two videos and I put them all in this playlist. Now the next app that I use is SoundCloud. Nothing crazy about SoundCloud. It's just what I use to watch music. It's kind of just what I use when I'm in the gym to listen to music. Nothing crazy about it. Notion is the next app that I use, and I actually have a widget actually on the first screen. Now this widget shows the most recent apps that I use, and if I actually click on telling the story, you'll be able to see the video that I'm doing right now with all the apps that I have set up for it. So right now we're on Notion, and we're gonna move on to reminders. Now my reminders app, very simple. It's kind of just all the reminders that I have for the day. I don't want to open it right now just because there's so many reminders that are kind of personal, so I don't want to put it online. But the reason why I like to use the reminders app is because when you scroll down your notifications, you could actually see that reminders is the first thing that is being shown. And that is what I prefer. So I could see that what I have next to do is the first thing being shown, while other notifications are at the bottom, like my snow alert, Reddit, shortcuts, YouTube, whatever. They're all at the bottom under it. Now with the other reminders app like Todoist or Calendly, they don't have this feature, and that's personally why I like the reminders app as the #1 reminders app for me. Now the next app is Spark. Now Spark is one of those platforms or apps where you could sign into your email account and just use their, I guess like design or UI, and that's kind of why I use Spark, because it's very simple and there are a lot of things you could do with it. I customize this to be unread, pin, archive, and if I pull it, so here it's unread, but if I pull it even more, it'll pin it. So these are kind of cool small things that I like, that I prefer, and that's kind of why I like to use Spark. Now the next app is YouTube Studio. Now of course you guys know what YouTube is, but YouTube Studio is the app that you have if you are a creator. So you guys can see that at the time of making this video, I have 1,258 YouTube subscribers. You could see the money I made. You could see how many views I got on my last video, how long people watched it for. And I also have a subset section of YouTube videos that I finished that are just waiting to be uploaded. So by the time you watch this video, I'm sure all of these videos have already been uploaded, but you can imagine that while you're watching this video, there are another set of videos that are waiting to be uploaded, and so on and so forth. And I can manage that all through this YouTube Studio app. Now the next app is iCloud Files. You guys definitely know what iCloud Files is because I talk about it a lot. But iCloud Files is essentially Apple's storage system that allows you to integrate both your iPad, your Mac, your watch, your iPhone, all together to be connected. And that is essentially what I use it for. I mainly use it so that everything that I do on my computer, on my iPad or my iPhone can all be connected, and that I can start something on my iPad, view it on my iPhone, and edit it on my Mac. That is something that I really like, and that is something that it's really easy to do if you have iCloud Files versus other cloud-based systems like Dropbox, OneDrive, Google Drive, things like that. They're good, but not as good as iCloud Files in my opinion. Now the next app is IMDB. Again, I use IMDB for movies and TV shows. Everyone, like, I have a life, I don't just do YouTube all day. And what I like to do anytime before I watch a movie or start a TV show is I like to look at its rating on IMDB. So the other day I was looking at No Time to Die. I was watching with my dad the James Bond movie, where I started with him and then he continued the movie and I left. But I wouldn't have watched it if the movie was below 7 out of 10 on IMDb, because there are critics, there are people that rate this, and if it's below a 7, I'm like, I'm not gonna waste my time on it. I'll only watch it if it's above a 7. You guys might think I'm crazy, but this is just what I like to do to ensure that all the movies I'm watching and TV shows are really, really good. Now the next app is Apple News. I like Apple News a lot. I have the subscription for it. I have the Apple One subscription, which basically gives you Apple Music, Apple News, Apple Arcade, Apple Storage, Apple Fitness, Apple, like the Apple TV app where you can like watch different TV shows. Basically, I only use it for Apple News and Apple Music and the storage. But Apple News is nice because it summarizes all the news, different like media platforms out there, and puts it in one area where you could view it all. So USA Today, CTV News, BBC News, Reuters, I don't know what that is, Los Angeles Times, the Wall Street Journal. It's all in Apple News, so I don't need to go through all these different apps. Apple just summarizes it all for me. The next app is an easy app that most people have, and it's a weather app. I just like the AccuWeather app, ACCU weather app, because it is more, I wouldn't say it's more simple than the Apple Weather app, but it has more, it's more easier to read, and even though it has more information. So today I could see minus 10 degrees Celsius outside. There isn't much snow right now, but there could be later, and it's gonna get very cold at night, minus 19 degrees Celsius. Here in Canada, we have it very cold, not like man's in the south, like Florida and Texas, and that's just kind of what we have to live with. Now the next app is The Score. I like The Score a lot because this is I watch a lot of NBA with my friends, so I like to keep in mind, you know, the stats of LeBron. So if I go to the standings, leaders actually, we can see that LeBron is averaging 28.9 points this season. He has 6.6 assists per game, 7.5 rebounds per game. He's shooting pretty good from the 3, and he has a good field goal percentage. Hopefully he gets MVP this year, fingers crossed, even though he's 37 years old. I know, pretty crazy that this guy's putting up these numbers while he's 37, but this is just my app of choice. Nothing crazy about it, it's just The Score. The next app is AnyDesk. I don't know if you guys have heard of this app before, but AnyDesk essentially allows you to view what's on your computer or on a monitor while you are away. So my computer is actually not on right now, but if I were to click on it, it would allow me to actually view my computer. So since it's not on, I can't view it, but I would recommend that if you want to be able to monitor what's happening on your computer and you want to control it while you're not at home, download the app AnyDesk. It is really cool and useful in my opinion. The next app I use is Crypto. Now I actually will blur out how much money I have on crypto right now, but Crypto is the app that I use to invest in crypto. I have some in Bitcoin, some in Ethereum, some in Cardano, some in crypto, like the CRO coin. This is just the app I use. It is very, very easy to use. The next apps I'm going to talk about in general are my banking apps. That's Scotiabank, Capital One, MBNA, and American Express. Now I'm not going to open them because they're going to show my finances, but these are the apps that essentially that I personally use for you know, just regular banking. Now the next app is also one of these, which is Amazon. I buy so many things from Amazon. Usually I don't like going to the store because in my opinion it's a waste of time. So I'll just literally go on Amazon, find something that I need. Let's say I need you know, Sony ZV-1 camera. That's the camera that I'm using right now. If I go to this, oh, I like this camera, boom, check buy, and it'll be here in 2 days, whatever. Prime, I do have an Amazon Prime subscription for my whole family. We're a family of 6. So I have all that here, and if I order it now, it'll come on Friday. I'm sure you guys know what Amazon is. I just use it a lot, so I want to talk about it in this video as well. The next app I use is Shop. Now this is the app that I use to track all my parcels that are coming. Nothing really crazy about it. This is just what I use to track everything that I have coming, and it automatically imports the tracking codes from Gmail. So if they're ever on Gmail, it automatically imports them, so I don't have to worry about putting them into this app. The next app I use a lot is Discord. I just talk with my friends on Discord. If I'm talking with other people that I know that I don't have my phone number, I just use Discord. I like it a lot because it's easy to send files between one another while also, you know, just regular messaging. Nothing crazy about the app. You guys definitely know what Discord is. It's just something that I like a lot. The next app I use a lot is also TV Time. Like I told you guys, I also have a life, and this is where I put all the TV shows I use. I kind of just use it to track my TV shows and give me notifications when new TV shows are coming up. And this is just what I prefer. Yes, I watch Emily in Paris. I watch Money Heist. I watch a lot of weird shows. Don't judge me, but you know, this is kind of just what I use to control everything. So the next app that I use a lot is Tesla. So I like using the Tesla app basically for unlocking the car. There's nothing really special about it. It's my sister's car. I just have the app that I probably use once a week or so. The next app I use a lot is Coptic Reader. This is just an app that we use in our church in order to keep everything organized for liturgical services and any praises we do. It's all available here on Coptic Reader. A lot of you might not know what it is, but I'm actually Coptic Orthodox, and this is an app that we like using a lot, especially when we're praying in church. This is the app that we primarily use. And finally, WhatsApp. You guys definitely know what WhatsApp is. I just use it as well on a daily basis, and that's why I included it in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This essentially sums up all the apps that I use. I hope maybe 1 or 2 apps you saw that you're like, oh, I'll take advantage of them as well. If you have any questions, like always, leave them down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Take care and take it easy.